the latest in the Michigan story, which seemed to be three-pronged yesterday. Defense by Michigan, Blake Corum's business dealings, and Connor Stalions, the repairman for vacuums and leaf blowers around America, I guess. It's a crazy story as that continues on. That is the tweet that I got last night. That is Blake Corum, right?
That is Blake Corum standing in front of a very nice car.
A camouflaged car.
Uh-huh.
I remember that story.
Yep.
And then Blake Corum is on an LLC.
Well, he says, I should be an LLC, hashtag BC2 LLC.
Right.
There is, in fact, a BC2 Housing LLC, which was formed in Wyoming, in good standing currently, according to that tweet. And it includes Connor Stalions and Blake Corum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wow,
the
how about
the
that?
problem is Blake Corum says, I've got zero business relationships with Connor Stalions. Now, to be fair, and this is what happens, once people start digging on you, they're going to find a lot of stuff.
Yeah, before you start denying things, you need to really make sure they're cleaned up.
Yeah, well, and another thing I would say, there are a million of these LLCs in college football right now.
I have been in a handful of LLCs. We were in one as our organization here, right?
You are the only one I've ever been a part of.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And so I thought, like, okay, I've been around for the formation of those. Some a little, ours, we hired the best attorneys that you could find around here to do it. One of the best of the country at doing it, right? And
right.
That one was done lock solid. I mean, no holes in that one. You can go to LegalZoom.com and do an LLC. So you got everything between LegalZoom.com and this. So I thought, how hard would it be to get a name on an LLC of somebody that's actually not involved? And when I Googled that today, surprisingly easy, actually.
Oh, it's easy? So
Yeah,
I could have an LLC with prime time right now with Deion Sanders?
Yeah, and a lot of states, apparently, you can list anybody as a member of an LLC, and it works. Now, they can obviously sue you to get off that paperwork. But, like, I could go form an LLC and list Lance as a officer in the company, and apparently in some states, if not all 50
Well,
states, there's nothing
LLCs
to be
have
done.
always been for personal protection.
Yeah.
But it almost seems like this is a way to now launder money. If you could put anybody else on the LLC, because they could know that they're on the LLC, they could have told you to put them on the LLC, and then after the fact, they could say, I got nothing to do with that.
Yeah. I mean, before ours was official, we all had to sign several documents saying that that is who we are and that we commit to everything that is required of us in that LLC. So, but I would imagine if you go through LegalZoom, it might be a little bit different, right? I mean, I think LegalZoom is designed so that I don't ever have to meet with an attorney. They got attorneys that handle everything. I just enter. Now I'm speaking a touch out of school here, but I just enter a set of information, I think, at LegalZoom, and they form all the papers, and their attorneys do everything, and I never see an attorney face to face.
The only thing I would say, Dunaway, if you're Michigan, you know that people are going to be digging and they're going to find things. And if you've got an LLC set up for one of your star players because this is how you're getting some collective money to him, and at the same time, Connor Stalions, a guy that you had to push out, he should have been removed from all of this stuff immediately.
Yeah.
You have to vet all of this, but if you find paperwork with Connor Stalions in any active, whether it's staff or player, you've at least got to have a sit down and do a debriefing. For Blake Corum to be hit out of nowhere,
right,
with, hey, you're on an LLC with Connor Stalions, what is your business relationship? I don't have a business relationship
but
with
now the other thing I learned in my Googles this morning, Dunaway, is that this could potentially carry jail time. I mean, it could be fraud in some states, depending on how deep this went. So I would say, at very least, Connor Stalions is embroiled in some very serious legal issues right now, and you never know what comes out of that.